Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. If you're just tuning in, this is game one of the 16-team college football playoff. As we will be jumping in and simulating, probably more slowly simulating than anything, LSU versus the UCF Knights. Wow, that looks good. All right, we've got Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit on the call here, as you saw down there below us. Are we going to watch the whole game? No, I'm going to kind of simulate through it with Super Sim, but slowly, rather than surely kind of call the game out. We might watch some towards the end, but since we're playing the whole 15-minute shebang, yeah, I was like, I'm not going to Super Sim through the whole thing and do like a 30-second simulation of each game, because I'd like to put this on YouTube, do a little series with it. And here comes Joe Burrow and the Tigers, ladies and gentlemen. Our first ever college football playoff. Clyde Edwards-Helaire back to return. The night game down in the Bayou. The Knights have wanted a chance for years now, and we are going to jump in right here. And they kick off. UCF going to go start it off early with a little run game. They're going to have a little bit of success. That'll be 3rd and 1, and they will pick it up on a... Oh, no, never mind. My bad. We're commentating LSU at the moment. Jamar Chase and the Tigers moving the ball with the run game. They're just moving it in chunks of 8-9 yards here. And a loss of yardage there is UCF going to blow up Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. Are injuries on? Yes, they are. And Joe Burrow with an incomplete pass, and that will bring up 4th down for the LSU Tigers. And UCF going to get a stop here to open the game. And they will go for it. Did they? No, it appears the punt was blocked and recovered by LSU. And UCF will have a stop to open the game here, ladies and gentlemen. And the first play by the Knights, though, is going to be a negative 4-yard rush by Adrian Killens. But the next play is going to be a penalty against LSU to bring the Knights inside the 20-yard line of LSU. And that pass will bring them inside the 10 as Brandon Wimbush is going to find Greg McCray for the 8-yard reception down to about the 7-yard line. And they're going to go to Adrian Killens, who's going to get 2. It'll be 3rd and 1 here. And UCF going to get the first down, and they will have 1st and goal at the 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. And the first play is going to go backwards, negative 3-yard rush by McCray. Second play will get them to the 1-yard line for 3rd and goal for the Knights. Here we go. And they'll get in for 6, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Wimbush to Gabe Davis for the touchdown. And now we'll move it on over to LSU, who will get the ball back. They'll return it to about the 23. They're going to get the run going. A penalty against the defense will bring them out near the 35. A nice reception there to the Blitnikoff winner, Jamar Chase, from Joe Burrow. Get him out to about the 40. They've been pretty aggressive on the ground here early. But a big sack there for UCF will make it 3rd and 16 for the Tigers, who we'll see if Joe Burrow and this offense can convert. And they will. Joe Burrow will find Terrace Marshall for the 16-yard reception. That'll be an incomplete pass by Joe Burrow on 1st down. They'll do a little check down pass to Terrace Marshall. Oh, and UCF will come up with a sack there on Joe Burrow to make it 4th down and 9 from the 45. Do you go for this here, or do you punt it and try to put UCF deep in their own territory? And they will put the UCF Knights deep in their own territory there, ladies and gentlemen. And on the first play, they throw an interception, and the Tigers will return it all the way to the UCF 4-yard line. And now 1st and goal at the 4. Joe Burrow is going to throw an incomplete pass, as the chat is getting wild here, as they thought they had a little momentum here to end the first. And that'll be 6 for LSU. Joe Burrow on a QB scramble 4 yards into the end zone. And at the end of the first quarter here, we have a tie game between the Knights and the Tigers. It is 7-7. We'll see if UCF can get something going against this hot LSU defense. Brandon Wimbush is going to find Trey Nixon for a 10-yard pass. They're going to go backwards on that play. UCF has not been able to establish much of a run game in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 on that run by Killins Jr. And they will go nowhere, as it'll be an incomplete pass for Brandon Wimbush, and they will punt it away to LSU, who will get the ball in their own 20 now. And we're going to see if this high-powered LSU offense can get it going. A 9-yard pass there, but a 7-yard run. And again, LSU is just getting almost whatever they want on the ground here. But after a short run and an incomplete pass, that will bring up 3rd and 8 for Joe Burrow and the Tigers. And they will have 3rd and 8 from the 50-yard line. Midfield again. They've had no problem getting it out to midfield, but they have had a problem getting it about past there. And they are going to hit a huge pass downfield to the tight end, Steven Sullivan, for about 17 yards inside the UCF 35. And a nice run will get them about 8 on the first play. And LSU sticking this ground game here early. And with that pass, 13 yards, down to the 11-yard line of UCF. And it is now going to be 2nd and 2 from the 3-yard line. So essentially need to score here. And LSU is going to punch it in, ladies and gentlemen. And UCF, we're going to see if they can bring it back. Find a way to get something on the board here after a nice pass, a run. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Knights, who are going to get close. And it is 4th and inches on your own 46-yard line. And it looks like they're just going to punt it away and not going to go for it. I really think the Knights should have gone for that there. Because this LSU offense is appearing to heat up now. Joe Burrow getting a lot of what he wants. He is going to throw that pass away after about a 20-yard reception downfield. I'll bring up 2nd and 10. And another incomplete pass going to bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Tigers from midfield around the UCF 47 yet again. And they're not going to get it. So UCF will force another punt around midfield. They are bending but not breaking and forcing the Tigers into quite a few punts here early. But with 1:16 left to go in the half and UCF on their own 3, I'm just running the football, and which it appears they are going to do. Just try to run the clock out, and that'll bring up, and they are going to run the ball 3 times, and LSU will call timeout and force UCF to punt from their own 12. So with 16 seconds here, LSU will have the ball on their own 41, and they're just going to run it, and we will move into the half, ladies and gentlemen. So at halftime, we have LSU up 14-7 in a close one here in Baton Rouge. And note, UCF does get the ball first to start the half. They are going to be delayed by a penalty on 2nd down, a 10-yard penalty, probably a holding penalty against the tight end there. And that will bring up 3rd and long, as they're going to run it on all 3 downs and not come up with anything. And it's now 4th and 6. And they will punt it away for the Tigers, who are going to get the ball on the 26-yard line. And after loosening up that defense with a run, they're going to go 23 yards down the field to Terrace Marshall. And Joe Burrow starting to heat up the arm a little bit. And he will convert there on that 3rd down play. Back to the ground. LSU goes back to pounding this UCF offense. And UCF will stand. And that will bring up 4th and 4 from the 32-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, will the Tigers go for it, or will they go for the long field goal? And they are going to kick the long field goal. The 49-yarder from Cade York is good to give the Tigers a 2-possession lead over the Knights here early. And after an incomplete pass and a quick run, that'll bring up 3rd down for the Knights. And they are going to keep it moving. Pick up the sticks, but that'll bring up 2nd and 13, after a negative rushing yardage from Killins Jr. And they're going to give it to him again. He'll go get 8 that time to bring up 3rd and 5 near midfield. Then UCF convert and try to get into LSU territory. And they will, with a nice pass from Brandon Wimbush to Jake. For 8 yards. And that'll be an incomplete pass by Wimbush. Killins going to end up on the ground. And they will throw it on 3rd down. And Brandon Wimbush is going to find Marlon Williams, like the fish, for a 10-yard gain down into LSU territory. So UCF driving here, and Wimbush is going to take a sack to bring up 2nd and 16. That little check down pass will get them back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd and long from the 35 here. You got to think you need some yards here if you're UCF. And they're going to convert with a massive 24-yard reception down to Trey Nixon to get all the way down to the LSU 11-yard line. And we'll see if they can convert here. So they're going to hand it off to Greg McCray, and they will find Gabe Davis for perhaps what I think is his 2nd touchdown of the game, and I think only his 2nd catch. So UCF has now brought this game to 3 points, ladies and gentlemen. Now this hot LSU offense going to get back out here, and they're going to get back to pounding the run. And after 2 short plays there, going a whole lot of nowhere, UCF's defense with a nice stand. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. We do need a massive stop here if you're UCF. And they will. Excuse me. I thought we were running the play. The clock will expire. We will head into the 4th quarter with a 3-point game here with the 1 and 16 seed, ladies and gentlemen. And they are going to convert. No, they will not convert. They're going to come up a yard short as Joe Burrow finds tight end Steven Sullivan for 8 yards, and it's not enough. Are the Bengals going to punt it away here? They do. And it will be a touchback. UCF will start with the ball on their own 20-yard line. They're going to throw it away. The pass is going to get batted down there. Top that. How you doing, brother? Welcome. We're simulating a 16-team playoff, and UCF is in this one in the 4th quarter. Brandon Wimbush going to get that pass batted down, and his 2nd pass is also going to get batted down by Kerry Vincent Jr. to bring up 3rd and 10, and they're not going to get anything, and they're going to have to punt it away back to this Hot Tigers offense, who will get the ball on their own 47-yard line. This is dangerous. Joe Burrow going to throw an incomplete pass there on 1st down, and the 2nd down, he's going to find the Biletnikoff winner, Jamar Chase, for 23 yards down the field, and then a 5-yard rush by Jamal Pettigrew. And LSU back to punishing UCF on the ground. And a touchdown here would almost end this one. Top Dad says, "Dope, how you doing, man? How's your day been, brother? Broski? Brother? What? Top. How's your day been, man?" And LSU gonna punch that one in to give them a 10-point lead as we are going to kick off here back to UCF with 9.5 minutes. Let's see if Notre Dame transfer Brandon Wimbush can get anything going for this team. And they're going to go to the ground. Oh, and they are going to get an interception for this LSU defense, which should effectively end this game, ladies and gentlemen. And after a nice pass to Jamar Chase, who's had quite the day, LSU is back to the 7, the 2, the touchdown to Justin Jefferson to make this game 31-14. Top Dad says, "I wish I followed college more over the last few years. I'm lost, LOL." Well, LSU's the best team in the country, and we're doing a 16-team playoff simulation in which we didn't have Memphis or Cincinnati in the mod. So we are, UCF is representing the American Athletic Conference. Very upset now that we lost. He said, "Put me out of my first read." Dude, who's your college team, Top Dad? And that should about do it. As UCF is in panic mode, they are throwing the ball very well, and they're going to find Gabe Davis for a 44-yard touchdown. All this man has done today is catch touchdown passes, and that'll bring UCF within 10. And if they can get a quick stop here, which they will not appear to do, as LSU is now driving and appearing to run the clock out, just running the ball all over this UCF defense. They have not been able to stop that run today, and they're more than likely going to run the clock out here with a 1st down and a fresh set of downs. Joe Burrow is going to assume the victory formation, and ladies and gentlemen, LSU is going to get this dub in Game 1. It was a fun game. I did enjoy it. UCF gave them a game. Joe Burrow only threw for 215 yards and a touchdown, while they did most of their dominating from what I was seeing in the game on the ground. As you can see, UCF wasn't able to stay consistent enough on offense against this high-powered LSU team. I thought they did a good job. He said 10-point loss with our wide receiver and quarterback. Yeah, you see the Tigers rushed for over 150 yards. And the difference in this game, ladies and gentlemen, was the takeaways, if we're being completely honest. The 2 interceptions by Brandon Wimbush on his own side of the field, I think that really did them in. We're just going to take a quick peek at the stats here. Joe Burrow, 19 of 33, did not have his best game for sure. The man's completing 78% of his passes. Brandon Wimbush actually had a better game completion percentage and touchdown-wise, but those 2 picks really hurt them. And then we're going to go check out their rushing yards on the ground. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire had 92 yards. He led it. Killings Jr. It was a lot of pounding from this LSU team. And that got them the win here in the first round of this playoff. So, as we are going to move on, we're going to take a peek at the bracket here, ladies and gentlemen. The score, LSU 31. Maybe. Can I type it in? 31. UCF 21. Submit scores, and LSU will move on to face the winner of Florida-Wisconsin, which is the game we have up next, ladies and gentlemen. Chat says, I hope OU loses. That's fantastic, Kevin. I appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy that, I hope you enjoyed the video as video 1 of this college football playoff. We're going to hop right in next. You'll see in the next video, Wisconsin versus Florida. So that should be a fun one. I'm actually really, really excited about that game and to see how it goes. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.